Right. Let's... Ah. Oh, cool. The people that we've helped are going to come with us. Let's go, boys. Right. Oh.
My loyal blade.
Yeah, Radahn.
The festival. Both your deeds will ever be praised in song.
So they raised him.
Now, the vow will be honored, and my lord brother's soul will return, so that he may be my consort.
Who's speaking? Okay, this is Radahn before... Before Leonard. Yeah, this is Radahn at his peak. I'm not sure how I feel about having to fight him again. I'm assuming he'll be different. Okay. Cool music. Oh, that caught me. He's taking barely any damage. Where's the mimic? Oh, he's there. Ah, there we go. There's our phase transition. It felt like he was soaking up quite a bit of damage in the phase one. Uh-oh. Ooh.
Lord brother. At long last you are returned.
Was this Mikola?
Tarnished one. Aspiring lord of the old order. If you have known sin, If you grieve for this world, then yield the path forward to us.
Sorry, already helping Rani.
To I, Mikola,
That's a lot of hair you got there, Mikola.
and my promised consort, Radahn.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, just one shot. Okay, so you can't roll beneath him, which is great. It looks like that covers the entire arena. Well, at least we don't need to watch it again. Don't know how much use these guys were. Oh. Oh, great. So it's going to do its usual... I hate the thing where they do this. It's just cheap. You get no time to do anything in the fight. It's just, oh, you know, he charges at you the second you come through the door and you're basically dead. Which wouldn't be so bad if you could summon both of these at the same time. But no, you've got to wait for one to summon in. Okay, so there's no point summoning the Mimic straight away because we've got to deal with this dipshits.
General Radahn, a pleasure to see you. But those remains do not belong to
What? Why did I not roll there?
his dignity.
Why is it always the case that the very first round versus Souls bosses is so often better? Is it because as soon as you die to some bullshit, then your brain automatically goes on, oh, there's going to be some bullshit in this fight, and it just changes your way of thinking about it? What do I need to do to roll that? I cannot see. Oh, okay, that took him into... Oh, there's no point. Oh, fuck off!
Come, our new lord.
This is gonna be... It seems to be very, very tanky in phase 1. Considering he's got multiple cooperators wailing on him. Of course, they scale him up, don't they? So... No, that's just gonna... That's a 5. What? Fuck's sake, will you roll when I press the button? It's not like I'm attacking. I can't see. And he can just spin round all of his attacks. I tell you what, it's possible that the rot's got him. Oh, fuck's sake. What the fuck was that? Oh! Why did I roll to... Why did I roll away and then towards? Oh, great.
1,000-year voyage guided by compassion.
What is this thing above my head? Fuck's sake. Again, too many flashy effects that stop us from actually seeing what is going on in the fight. Just bullshit. I can't see what is going on. I cannot react to something if I can't understand what he's doing. Why has he suddenly started attacking as soon as I come through the gate when he wasn't before? Just give me some consistency. Is he supposed to? Is he not supposed to? Because it affects how you approach the entirety of the first second of the fight. See, now he's not. Okay, so you can get out of that. Lights, 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 lights. You want to be able to see what's going on? Tough fucking luck. This is one of the worst fights I think they've done. Just in terms of the actual fight readability. Yeah, if you compare this to Orphan of Kos, for example, often cited as one of the most irritating and annoying and difficult to read fights. It's nothing like this. It's fast. He leaps all over the place, but he's vaguely predictable in what he's doing. With this, it's just a case of, you just gotta hope. You just gotta hope that, he does the same thing. Nice delay. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm totally within the hitbox of that attack. Jesus Christ. Now I think about it, there was a thing down here. There's also probably some stuff up above us. This took us down to some battlements, didn't it? That was here. Yeah, but we didn't actually... didn't actually explore these battlements. I went down here, and then I went left, and I found a ladder, and that was as far as I went. So I haven't been down there. I haven't been across here. So there's another one somewhere. Pickled liver. Oh. I could probably... could probably put on some holy resistance stuff for Radahn, couldn't I? Come on, give me... No? Talisman of Lord's Bestowal. There's a knight over there. Increases poise after using a flask of tears. Okay, little bit specialised. I don't remember this portion at all. I don't think I've been here. Want to come down and fight? No, apparently not. Golden Vow. Sometimes you just need to go for the quick attack. Excuse me? Just checking. Smithing stone 1. Ladder. I mean, this isn't helping with my power level. Especially not the ladder, but... Oh, was that it? I feel like I'm wasting my mimics here. I cannot make it to that. However... You not coming, friends? Nice. Huh. Yeah, I didn't see any of this all. And yet I completed the dungeon, so... Really? You're gonna need to hide a bit better than that, mates. It's the guy that we saw at the window. Black Knight's helm? Mingosh? Oh, you idiot. You actually put yourself in harm's way then? Nice. Bye. Festive. Okay, this is above. No such a thing is utterly inconceivable. We have not been abandoned. Okay. Ow. Stuck. Nice. Nom 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 nom. Ooh, pretty. Oh, ooh, painful. Oh, he's a big rolly boss. We love those. Oh, wait, no, 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 we don't. Oh, damn it. Nom, nom, nom. he's dead. Aspect of the Crucible, thorns, and 20k souls. Runes. Right, that should give us 17. Uh-huh. Not open from this side. I'm really confused as to the general progression of this area. Because I've totally done it wrong. Where? Well, I mean, doing it wrong is perhaps inaccurate, but okay, that's come up, but from where? Oh. Huh? Wait. So that's just coming in through the main gate and past the big fiery boy? Well, what did I do instead? How did I get in? I must have gone some... Oh no, we got in through the... We got in through this way, didn't we? We got into the flooded church district. Yeah, that's another fine case of I've done this in a really weird manner. That's cool though. Can I check? Retains naught but the power to resist charms. Oh, is that thing that he did to our head? Bet that's the thing he did to our head. Right, we've got one, so we need two more. Okay, so we'd have come in here, and we'd have had to go this way. Which would have taken us up past you. So I've done this entire thing in reverse. That's where we would have got caught with that. We'd have come up through here. But we couldn't have gone through here. So we'd have come over here instead. And now we're on our main battlements. We could go up here and turn left. past you. So what we haven't done is look down here. Oh, hello. That's the poison. Is this going to be the other side of the door that we couldn't open? Yeah? Hippo room? Yeah. Okay. Hippo room shortcut acquired. And then we went over that way, but turned round because I saw a ladder which took us down on a merry chase somewhere. I can't remember where it actually took us. And that's proper kind of legacy dungeon, isn't it? That's what FromSoft has always done well. You know, having their weird twisty loopy dungeon design. And that would have taken us up to here, except that we came down from above. I'm not really ready for this. I'm not really ready to waste my time for however long this is going to take. I've forgotten all of his moves from yesterday. Just rolling backwards seems to work to get out of that, interestingly enough. Yeah, okay, so as soon as he does it, roll back. I can't see! If you are filling, what's even the point of complaining? Everybody's just going to say, "Oh, it's a skill issue." If you cannot see what is going on, you cannot react to what is going on. Can't see again because I can't.
General Radon.
I want to try this. Because that's what seems to have been working. Scarlet Rot, he seems to be very susceptible to. Oh, he's going to grab me as well.
1,000-year voyage guided.
That's ticking quite quickly. Right, the Mimic is dead. Whoa! Huh. Oh shit.
Lord of the old order, let us go together.
I think that's our... Huh? What? Heart stolen? What? What? Oh, so I don't want to throw too many of those because I'll have to rely on the mimic throwing them, I guess. It's going to catch me. Off. So it doesn't work in phase 2 if he does it. Just him spinning all the way across the arena at seemingly whatever interval he wants means that you cannot afford any time to react. For the laughs. Let's see how stupid this looks. It's not going to be any good. Not if I can't roll like that. Well, I mean, I wasn't actually expecting to get to phase 2, so... Oh, that's me. Hugged?
1,000-year voyage guided by compassion.
Nope, he's not facing me. How did that kill the mimic all the way back there? Considering that was a joke attempt, that actually could have been a lot worse. Oh, fuck's sake. All this requires is just a consistent amount of time at the start to let us get in, get a summon, and fight. I can deal with the rest of the bullshit except that getting charged at the gates, it just feels cheap. Everything else, all the other bullshit I can deal with. That just feels like really pissy design. Where is... Has he just not summoned in? It's just not oh, fuck's sake. What's the point of summoning somebody which buffs the boss's health and then when not in... He's got so much range. It's ridiculous. And again, the summons are just shit in this fight. The poison that Thiolio does is actually really good, but he spent half the fight just sat out there chilling on his own, doing fuck all. Straight through my shield. Combo, 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 and every single hit has this stupid follow-up which will knock you out of your attack, even with as much poise as I've got. No, he's just spamming. He's not using the pots or anything. Might as well use a different summon, but the trouble is none of the others can survive for any period of time whatsoever. So unfortunately, as much as I actually quite like this weapon, it's actually making it harder to do stuff. Well, that was closer than it's been. Am I supposed to know where he's coming from for that? Or is it just random? No recovery time whatsoever. Couldn't find a second to heal, couldn't do shit. God damn it. I'm gonna die. Oh, of course, yes, the button swap for swapping weapon didn't happen, so I'm trying to block with a focus. Oh, still not gonna... Jesus Christ! It will queue up every other input that you don't want. I'm dead. Again, summon just didn't bother turning up. There is no point. There is no point having a system that doesn't work It makes the boss harder, and it doesn't consistently work. That is bad design. Has he decided to bother joining us? No, he has not. Gisp is too slow. The mace was doing a better job. Nice! There's a fly buzzing around my face and it's pissing me off. No. Fuck you. Luck. Just luck. Didn't get any better at the fight. That was pure luck. And I don't give any shits. Awful fight. Literally just bleed build again. Far too much HP. Classic FromSoft shit. Oh, they're so good. Also, what a really boring final boss anyway. Why the hell was it Radahn? There we had the pact with Mikla. Okay. Yay, Theodore's garb. Furious Blade of Ansbach. Cool scythe. Blood Flame Blade. And an Arcane Scythe, yeah. Nothing massively surprising there. Probably looks quite cool. Yeah. Nice material. Good cloth physics. I hate to say it, but I honestly feel like FromSoft are losing their touch when it comes to fun boss fights. It really does feel like they have just sped up and sped up and sped up and flashed up and flashed up. And if you think back to some of the fights in Dark Souls 3 or Bloodborne, you know, there were some special effects, you know, but it's the typical, just because you can now put more stuff in because people have got stronger PCs or consoles to do it, doesn't mean that you should put more flashy stuff in. Yeah, if you want flashy stuff, chances are most of us will go and play a JRPG.
Lord brother. I'm going to be a god. If we honor our part of the vow, promise me you'll be my consort.
Okay.
I'll make the world a gentler place.
So, as we've already established, Mikkel wanted the Dawn boosting the power of Mikkela's lights. Has that made our eyes glow, or were our eyes already glowing? I can't remember. Now, I'm assuming that's it. Because obviously FromSoft aren't going to do a "Congratulations, you've completed the DLC. Now take a look at what else is available in the rest of the game." That's just not their style. So I'm assuming we're done. And we've got a shiny hat. Boost the power of Mikkela's lights. Yeah, so it gives +1 to in Faith and Arcane. And that's kind of it. That feels kind of anticlimactic. The thing is this, and I'm going to bring this back to Bloodborne, the Old Hunters DLC as well. Again, in the Old Hunters, you've already had established throughout the entire game the presence of the Hunter's Nightmare and the Hunter's Dream, and the threats that the Nightmare presents. And when you get to go to the Hunter's Nightmare with the blood something eyeball, the eyeball that you can find, and then you go and get grabbed by the Amidala. You get to go to a twisted version of familiar places and find out a substantial amount of backstory that had clearly been, or was very well woven into, the lore from the start. You know, the Dahl, Lady Maria, so on and so forth. There were hints at all of that even before we got to the DLC. Whereas this, it feels very separate, and the threat doesn't seem particularly impending. You know, this idea that, oh, Mikola is doing something, but it's never really clear what he's actually trying to do. You know, the presence of the Nightmare in Bloodborne was a much simpler threat. Didn't have motivation. Didn't have that kind of, oh yes, machinations and political intrigue that Elden Ring had, and that I think Shadow of the Erdtree has tried to continue, but not done particularly well, in my opinion. I don't know, because I've read a lot of the item descriptions, and I've spoken to all the NPCs and so on and so forth, which reminds me on the subject of NPCs. Do you have anything to say now that what's-his-face is dead? Yeah, I just can't believe that I ended up beating the game with a mace that I've had from like minute 10. Oh. St. Trina's Blossom. Oh, she's been kind of let out of the flower. She was one of the coolest designs in the game. Slightly pissed. What is it? No. Oh, it's a headpiece. Oh, we get a pretty purple flower in our hair. Okay. I worry for the sanity of the Soul streamers that I watch. Because I know some of them are very much of the... not necessarily of the, oh, summons are bad and magic is bad and, you know, get good. They're not that kind of streamer. But I also know that they like the challenge of doing it the old-fashioned way, the basic way, the way that I know that a lot of the more toxic side of the fan base say, oh, you know, the right way. If you've beaten it with magic, or you've beaten it with summons, or spirit ashes, then you've not done it the right way. But I feel that that fight was, considering we are at, and I know that we're not 100%, you know, we're at plus 19 rather than plus 20, and we've only got 9 spirit ash, which rather than, I'm assuming, 10. Or maybe higher is the cap. You know, maybe if I'd upped my mimic further, I feel like all of the other summons would have been pretty useless. But again, I've been using the mimic for so long now. Because, you know, he mimics your stats. He's got the kind of tankiness, and we do have tankiness. And I felt like we needed tankiness for that because there was too much shit going on. But yeah, I think I'm done, and I feel kind of unsatisfied by the whole experience. So, to sum up, Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree, has some of the best art direction that I have seen in any video game. You know, as soon as you get... And I would be very surprised if anybody didn't, or if, you know, I imagine most people had the same reaction. You get here and you stop and you go, whoa. Or you get to the hidden grave for the first time and, you know, you've seen it from a distance. You've seen all the red flowers from down below or whatever, and you say, you know, you've got these beautiful red flowers contrasted with the really vibrant teal of the water and all the particle effects in the air, and you think, yes, this is what we like. Even when you go to the Gravesite Plain for the first time and you come up out of you come up out of here, having been probably dumped down from there or something like that, and you come up and you're like, whoa. Obviously we've got fog now, which really doesn't help. Come on, fog, clear up. Also, there's a lot of banding in that fog that I hadn't noticed previously. But you come out of there and you're like, ooh, has actually the sky returned to normal? Hold on, if I do this. Huh. Oh, there we go. Fog is clearing. Yeah, so you come up to here and you go, wow. Just as I did. Yeah, art direction, superb. You know, if you think about the thingy tower, where was that thingy tower that we went up? I can't remember whether there was a... Yeah, the suppressing pillar. I don't think there's sadly a grace next to it that we can use to go up and take a look at everything. But, you know, the stuff over at the Jagged Peak with all the storms and the lightning and stuff, it was all very, very impressive. impressive to look at. And a lot of it was really fun to explore. You know, going round gravesite plains, getting your ass kicked in the mausoleum, going to the scorched ruins. You know, there were a lot of little things that were cool. And then you get to the legacy dungeon, and all of the legacy dungeons have been great. You know, the legacy dungeons are what FromSoft does well. Tight, compact, loopy, consistent areas with a good chunk of verticality and a lot of that kind of, oh, this is where that connects up to thing that I like, and I know a lot of people like. But the biggest failing, I think, of Shadow of the Erdtree and its realm of shadows is the fact that the thing that makes it visually interesting, scope-wise, all of the verticality, actually makes it incredibly frustrating to get around. I feel like they could have made a dozen, 24 more spirit springs all over the place. Even if you'd lock them off at the top, but they were at the bottom. So after you've unlocked it once, you could get up and down and explore more clearly and easily. This section, the Abyssal Woods, went on too long and was too big for the content that was there. This thing here, the Finger Ruins, too big for the content that was there. I would argue that the realm of Shadow is too big, just in general, for the content that is in it. Now, don't get me wrong, it's possible that I've missed a dozen caves and catacombs and so on and so forth. But a lot of the areas felt very pretty, very impressive, but also very empty. I think the biggest misstep, the most frustrating thing in the entire game, though, was the map for this area. This top left-hand corner. You can explore the entirety of this upper area really early on in the game. And I spent, as I mentioned, 4 hours trying to find my way around to get to the map, only to finally get to the kind of southernmost edge of this. Essentially, it's not a floating continent, but it's a similar kind of idea, only to discover that actually the map was massively down in the mists. And I'd wasted 4 hours. And how did you get to it? Over here. So the only way you can get the map for this top left-hand corner is by going in completely the opposite direction and going through here and looping round and underneath. And it took, 10 minutes? 10 minutes after I decided to check out this lake here and maybe see if I could do something with this green poisony stuff, because we didn't spend a lot of time in the poisony swamp. It was all of 10 minutes, I think, to loop around there. And that strikes me as dumb. Why you couldn't just get down a normal way. But yeah, the biggest issue, apart from that map realistically, was the fact that you've got a very vertical game represented by a very flat map. And it's just not clear. Because of course it can't be. So whilst finding new places was cool, and all of the places are really very amazing to look at, the actual exploration was a little bit flat, a little bit bloated, a little bit empty. And the scaling system feels poorly tuned. Yeah, I'm not talking about, going to this place as your very first kind of boss encounter and him one or two shotting you. That's not what I'm on about. The fact that there are only enough of those Shadow Tree fragments in the game to get you to blessing level 20 means that unless you look up a guide and you explore all of this massive place, or you're just exceptionally good at these kinds of games, you're going to be struggling, I think. And I've already seen some bits and pieces on social media about, you know, surprise, surprise, people are calling for nerfs, people are calling them, you know, casuals and scrubs and filtered and all of that kind of jazz. Because they want the validation of Miyazaki. You know, just that, oh, I completed it with a dagger and no armor on, and, you know, I'm a god gamer. It's like, there are better ways of seeking validation, and saying that people shouldn't be using magic or status effects or consumables or spirit ashes, like, if they are not allowed, if we shouldn't be using them, why are they in the game? Why are they here? What is the point of them? If we are not supposed to be using them, why have the developers created them and put so many of them in? The only people that say, oh, you shouldn't use these things are the people that just the kind of the people that need validation for doing things the hardest way possible. You know, it's the, we can't have accessibility, we can't have difficulty modes, you must defeat everything naked with a dance mat controller, or you're not a good gamer, and I did it, so I'm better than you. And I know, if I leave this bit in, if I even turn this series, because I've recorded everything apart from a couple of dungeons that I've done today when I was trying out the what was it called? The thingy sword. What's it called? No, not that. This. Leather sword. Yeah. Faith scaling, holy lightweight sword. I am quite intrigued by this milady. So I'm sure there are going to be plenty of memes to go with that. I like the idea of these swords. I don't understand how they are actually great swords. But apparently they are. I also really like the idea of the great katanas that have been included in this one. Yeah, they're cool looking. They've got but yeah, essentially they're very long sword from Monster Hunter, in my opinion, and I think that's the crowd that they're probably trying to appeal to. Yeah, I've come away from Elden Ring with a great deal of praise for a lot of the art direction and the music and some of the ideas, but also a lot of kind of dissatisfaction with the scaling, with the mechanics of a lot of the boss fights. I can just see the kind of burning fire of those furnace golem thingies, and they are incredibly tedious and dull to fight. I'm pretty certain there's another way of doing it. I think possibly something to do with those pots. But yeah, there's just... I dual wield these. Just a random thought. I assume I can. Oh, you can power stance them. Oh, that's quite cool. So you can have lightning and fire or poison or what have you. That's quite nifty. Yeah, I think these are possibly my favourite addition to the game. It's in some ways kind of a shame that they are in the DLC as opposed to elsewhere. Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree. It's good, but it's not great. It's let down by its world design, its final boss being kind of overtuned, its verticality making exploration actually quite tedious and gimmicky. And it is a gimmick. It's the only gimmick the exploration seems to have. Want to get somewhere? Go in the opposite direction, find a cave that will eventually lead you there. That has been the gimmick of this game in terms of how to get to places. But it looks brilliant. You know, the scale and the scope is wonderful to look at. But it's kind of empty. And it's kind of dull in a lot of places to actually get around. This is such a cool set there. So yeah, I think, I mean, they couldn't do this because they set a precedent with Elden Ring, but I think this would have been a much better experience if it was a smaller and more concentrated experience. It does not beat the Old Hunters DLC for me. And I really hoped it would. I really went into this hoping, you know, oh, well, I really, really love Bloodborne and I really, really love the Old Hunters and I really, really have interesting memories of finally getting that platinum and downing the Orphan of Kos. But in terms of the storytelling, this has just not been good, or not on that kind of level. The balance hasn't been there. But it's been a solid experience, but not a great experience. And whilst I'm not going to give it a rating or what have you, it just cements the fact that I don't think Elden Ring is all that great in comparison to something like Bloodborne or Lies of P, which are more focused and interesting experiences. You know, if From make an Elden Ring 2 or an Elden Ring style experience as their next game, I will play it because I love their art direction. But the actual storytelling in this has not been great, and it's just it's bloated yet empty. It's got too much ground to cover and not enough stuff to occupy us in it. You know, you could argue that the fishing hamlet is really linear, or the clock tower is quite linear, and so on and so forth, and they are. But essentially, it's just a series of legacy dungeons linked together, and the legacy dungeons have been great. You know, Erin Lim or any Ilim was great, although a little bit irritating in places. Belirat the Tower, that was great. The Shadow Keep was surprisingly large and had quite a lot of different secret ways of getting out of there. Castle Ensis was... Does that really count as a legacy dungeon? I guess it did, because that's where Vanala, the one, yeah. But this place was over very quickly, and I one-shot the boss there. I just think I did stuff in a very weird order. You know, Gaius was a really infuriating boss to fight. The Midra's Manse, that was cool. Yeah, there's a lot. The dungeons... No, the legacy dungeons were cool. The Forge dungeons and the jail dungeons were a little bit padded. I think making your way down through the fissure, stone coffin fissure, that was cool. Like that. But yeah, it felt like they tried. It felt like they ran out of time to create content, essentially. Was it worth the money? Yeah. Yeah, it was. I've had plenty of time out of it. But was it everything that I'd hoped? No. No, it was not. It felt like we'd seen it all before, I think, is what it boils down to. It feels like we've seen everything that this game did before. In other FromSoft titles, or in other titles in the genre, or there was nothing that really made me say, oh yeah, that's different, I don't think. Apart from the art. So would I recommend Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree DLC? Yes. I'd recommend it at full price, especially if you're better at Souls games than I am. But is it the best FromSoft have ever produced? No. Not by a long shot. You know, if you want to play the best game that FromSoft have ever produced, go and play yourself Bloodborne. And do it without a guide. Do it without, going in completely blind, not knowing about the twists and turns of the story. You know, if you want a game to follow up Elden Ring, go and play Bloodborne. It's a better game. It's a more tighter, more focused experience. It's not as aesthetically pleasing in terms of resolution or frame rates these days. But you can get it working at 60 FPS if you've got the right tools and know where to look. But it's a better game than this. Thank you very much for watching. Have yourselves a fabulous day. My apologies that the ending of this series has been a little bit of a rant, a little bit of a downer, a little bit of a, it was alright, but I don't feel very satisfied by it. And I think that's a shame. But I really don't. I just feel like it's a little bit anticlimactic, essentially. Just a little bit, oh, we're done. I'm glad that fight's over, though. There's probably still things for me to go and find. I'll probably still go and do them. But I'm going to go and look up some maps and some guides now to see what kind of things that I have missed. But I feel like I've had my money's worth. And that's what counts in today's financially limiting times, isn't it? Cheerio. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.